what is going to happen right here. So please, team captains, team coaches, line up your players. This is the moment you've been waiting for. DJ, you can give us some sound as we wait for them to line up. DJ. DJ, give us some sound as we wait for them to line up. Team Uganda, we are waiting for you. Team Uganda, we are waiting for you. Uganda anthem. And finally, the East Africa anthem. East Africa anthem. They are moving on to inspect the teams.
Well, those were the national anthems of both Uganda and Kenya. Between the parliamentarians or the legislators from Uganda and those from Kenya. The ones from Uganda are the ones donning that black and white kit, while the ones of Kenya are the ones in the all white with the red strip on their shorts and on the upper arm. As you can see, the place is buzzing with the number of fans making their way to the indoor, and also the drummers would not miss this for the world. Those are Ugandan supporters, definitely. That's where you normally find the drums. After the exchange of pleasantries, we should have the game tipping off. The Kenyan fans as well, in numbers, waving their flags. Uganda, Kenya and Burundi, but for the basketball, even in the women, it is just Kenya and Uganda. And Uganda won the women's encounter on Sunday by 40 points to 20. For the men, the next 40 minutes will tell us who will be the ultimate champion in 2025. Picture moment for the teams. A volleyball match between the Kenyan women and the Rwandese women. The game was won by the Kenyan women 3-1. It was a best of 5 contest. Quite a lot of excitement building up to this game because of the rivalry, especially in the sports sphere, that has been showcased by the two East African nations over the years. Umpires are set. The starting 5 of either side are on the court. The game should be getting underway any moment from now, as the two sets of players extend pleasantries, show spirit of sportsmanship. It is always expected to be in any sport. The Kenyans look pretty bigger when you look at their sizes, or rather their height, and that will be quite a key factor in determining how this game goes. At least it's expected. Kenya's shot number 10, David Wakoli. The headband. By Uganda, and they're going the attack, and they get the first bucket right from the onset. Good display there by shot number 8 for Uganda. Shot number 9, I beg your pardon, Emmanuel Okobe. Now Kenya on the onslaught here, but they lose the ball. And Honorable shot number 5, Mungatana Danson. So it's 4-0 for Uganda, and Winnie Parker will go to the free throw line. Good start for Uganda. Legislators look like they were all set for the game. And the 6th free throw makes it 5-0. Is the boss of Mbara City Football Club, Winnie Parker. But little did we know that he was also equally as good at the game of basketball. Now it's Kenya on the onslaught. And Eli, there was a travel violation there by the big man of Kenya, Duncan Maina. Received a good pass from Eli. On a 6-0 run now. Fine execution there by Bosco Okirol, the big man, shot number 15. Eli Letepila of Kenya, but he misses his jump shot. But Kenya Kenya already make a substitution as shot number 11 is withdrawn. Matthias Roby, and is replaced by shot number 14 Caleb Mule. Must be a tactical adjustment very early in the game. Probably realized something was not going right. And I guess it's something that we could say is causing a bit of an interruption to what has already shown to be a good game of basketball. There was a bit of a power blackout there. Uganda leading 7-0. So Winnie Parker now pointing the ball for Uganda. Gets the pass in. Teammate there, not the right finish. Now Okiro, now Andrew Olanya attempting. Steps on the line. The Kenyan legislator, shot number 15, Duncan Maina. Not amused at all. I guess sometimes it's a bit confusing when you look at those lines. There are the blue lines, there are the yellow lines. They can be quite confusing. Parker, who is fouled, and Winnie will go to the free throw line to add to Uganda's tally. It's 9-0. home fans who must be enjoying themselves this match. Mpaka at the free throw line. He's already scored one previously, but he misses the second one. So Kenya will inbound. Now Eli Letipila shoots, but then can't get the shot to drop, but Kenya still have the ball. It's now shot number 4, Matthias Mule tries to lay up, but he misses. Good rebound by Uganda. Mwine Mpaka on the quick break, but then he's fouled by David Wakoli, shot number 10 of Kenya. So Mwine Mpaka will go to the free throw line. Kenya really struggling to score. Made sure that he fouled Honorable. Receiving a few instructions from his coaches, that's Innocent Ochera. About 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Kenya is trailing 9-0. Mwine Mpaka misses his first free throw in this phase of play. That's actually his third free throw overall. He's missed 2 already of 3. Kenya rigging some changes as Duncan Minor is withdrawn. Mpaka misses the second free throw. Interestingly, the umpire right there in your picture, Odu, is from Kenya. He officiates in the National Basketball League here in Uganda. Now it's Eli Letipila doing the pointing of the ball. Finds Alan Chesang, but then foul committed on Duncan Mongatana. Kenya, so it's going to be side ball for Kenya. So the winner of this game will have won the basketball contest for the men in the East Africa Interparliamentary game, and Eli Letipila gets Kenya's first bucket. Incidentally, he scored Kenya's only goal yesterday, which was quite a blind of a strike in the football match against Uganda in the 2-1 loss. So he plays both basketball and football. Clearly, that is quite a talent he must have been. David Wakoli for Kenya with a scoop player, but then the ball goes straight into touch. Scoreline remains 10-2 to Uganda. To Musime, pass from Mwine Mpaka was quite heavy, goes straight into touch. Kenyans on their final passes have really been a bit problematic. Stepped out, that was Tomasime of Team Uganda. Yeah, before he passed the ball, but I thought there was a push on him. I don't know how. That's another bucket by Duncan Mongatana of Kenya. Makes it 4-10. again, and that's Olanya now. Finds to Musime. Back to Olanya. Olanya attempts a 3, just near ball, but then there is ball is picked up by Tomusime. Just couldn't keep it, direct it into the hoop well. Alan Chesang for Kenya also played in the football match yesterday against Uganda. That's him again, Alan Chesang. Directs a 3 ball, bounces off the iron, but then well rebounded by Okobe. Scored the first bucket of the game this evening. And to Olanya now. Pass to Okobe, misses, but he gets the rebound. Manuel Okobe. Was fouled in the process of attempting, so he'll go to the free throw line and shoot twice. That's a bit heavy, that attempt, and needs to reduce the energy applies to it, otherwise misses the second one. And Tumisime blocked the quick break by the Kenyans, but couldn't keep the ball on court. The Kenyans lose it again. Kobe finds Olanya. Olanya to Okobe. Kobe loses it to Eli. Now it's Kenya. Good pass, but then his teammates just didn't seem to be aware. Now it is Mwine Mpaka. Good pass to Olanya now. Tumusime trying to find Okobe, but then does Okobe keep it on? Yes, he does. Finds Tumusime. Time running out as a foul. Whistle is blown. We have 3 minutes and 23 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's a timeout. Timeout has been called by the Kenyans. Just don't seem to be pleased with the way they apply themselves. Sure that the coach has a few fresh instructions to give his players, especially considering the number of missed scoring opportunities they've had, but also the turnover. Ugandan fans cheering on their team. It's an air ball by Patrick Ayeku. Needs to apply a little more energy. This was the second one, but Ekube, but then steps out. It's going to be ball to Kenya. It's a replay where the referee could clearly see him step out of bounds. Now it's Eli Letipila. Good pass, but not one that his teammate there, Caleb Mule, could keep on the court. They lose Here's another opportunity. Ball is turned over to Uganda. Quite a number of turnovers we've seen in this first quarter by Kenya. Andrew Olanya in Uganda on the offense. Andrew Olanya with a 3-ball, but then just this from the hoop. Score remains 10 points. 6-point game. Alan Chesang, Eli Letipila for Kenyan legislators. Now he finds Wakoli, who attempts, but then the ball just won't drop. Bosco Kirol complaining that he was fouled by the Kenyans. Duncan Gatanga. Kenyans lose the ball, and now it is Mwine Mpaka on the onslaught. Quick break, misses, still gets the rebound. Shoots a 3, but then ball just bounces back into the hands of Kenya's Alan Chesang. Duncan Mungatanga of Kenya misses. Uganda survive. Kenyans have missed so many easy opportunities to score from. Andrew Olanya. He finds Bosco Kirol. Bosco again trying to battle, but Eli Letipila not amused by the umpire's whistle, because the umpire suggesting that the ball had already drifted out of Uganda's Bosco Okiro. Eli, good pass. Eli is almost everywhere. Shoots again, but couldn't get the target. And the ball is back in the hands of Ugandan legislators. Tumusime Julius, and he finds Bosco Kirol, but then he misses. It should have been an easy layup. 46 seconds to play. It's now Mule. Finds Alan Chesang, but there's a attempted steal there by Julius Tumusime. Guided the ball out, and now Mule, good play by the Kenyans. Caleb Mule with the layup reduces the deficit to 4. It's now 10-6. Now Sandro Lanya finds Aweku, finds Bosco Okirol, misses, but then has a attempts to get the ball again, but didn't. That's a good block by Andrew Lanya. Attempted the long pass. Bosco Kirol. Andrew Lanya, can he keep it on? But time runs out. That marks the end of the first quarter, which Uganda started like a live wire, but it's been a while without scoring. But at the end of it all, Uganda leading after the first quarter 10-6, 4-point game. They'll take a 2-minute break there. They receive fresh instructions from their coaches. Try and see that they get better. I'm sure that the Ugandan team, considering how well they started, should have had a lot more points than just the 10. Kenyans, on the other hand, definitely need to start the second quarter better than they started the first. But also more importantly, to try and see that they execute better the opportunities that are created. There have been so many layups that have been missed. It not been for that shot number 1, Eli Letipila, who has tried to steady their ship. Probably could have been trailing by a lot more. Some of the highlights of the first quarter. Second quarter is about to get underway as the two sets of players get back on court. Member of Parliament, Honorable Nachimuli, right there supporting. She played for the women's basketball team on Sunday and really contributed significantly. And we are back for the second quarter with Kenya on the attack here. They miss. That's Duncan Mungatanga as he commits a foul on Bosco Okiror. Uganda on the onslaught again, but Julius Tumusime misses. Now the Kenyans, Caleb Mule misses. Bosco Kiror for Uganda. Trying to find Julius Tumusime, but that was a very heavy pass. Couldn't keep it on. The game is becoming quite frenetic, high-paced. End-to-end action. Oh, it's not the best of passes. There's another change is made here. Shot number 12 comes on for Team Uganda, and that is Honorable Derek Oroni. Scoreline remains 10-6. We're yet to see a bucket in this quarter. Caleb Mule finds Eli Letipila, misses. Tumusime still has the ball for Uganda. Can he find the first bucket of the second quarter? And he does. Makes it 12-6. That was a real fight from Tumusime Julius for Team Uganda. Eli Letipila, that was a heavy pass to try and find Caleb Mule. Good performance here by Team Uganda again from the legislator Julius Tumusime, who gets another bucket and extends their lead 14-6. Now an 8-point game. Only 2 buckets in the quarter. Now Eli Letipila for Team Kenya. Couldn't sink the 3. Ayeku with the layup for Team Uganda. Uganda leading 16-6, 10-point game. They are turning the heat on. Eli Letipila for Kenya shoots again, but no one to rebound among his teammates. To that point when Alan Chesang pops in. Now Eli Letipila doing almost everything now. Duncan, Mungatana. Now Chesang, Alan. Eli shoots again. Bounces off the hand. Good rebound by Okirol Bosco for Team Uganda. Some real energy from this Ugandan team, and then a jump shot coming in there from Tomusima, then a foul on Bosco Kirol as he went up and he'll go to the free throw line. Some really dominant performance from this Ugandan basketball team of legislators. They are really dominating the Kenyans in the second quarter, just as much as they did in the first quarter, I must point out. Bosco Kirol misses the first free throw. Misses the second as well, but Tangana pushes it out, and the referee adjudges that there was a foul by Ayeku, but Ayeku says disagrees with the call by the umpire there. Umpire's call is always fine. Another change by the Kenyans. They introduced shot number 8 for the first time in this encounter. Picks the rebound there. Brighton Yego. Now Caleb Mule with a jumper. Good execution. First bucket for Kenya. 16-8 scoreline is. Second bucket by Caleb Mule of Team Kenya. Now Andrew Olanya. Kenyans put pressure on Uganda, and the Ugandan legislators lose the ball. To inbound. Another change by Uganda as Dias Tubisime is withdrawn. Wokoli attempt for Kenya. Uganda just couldn't keep the ball on court. Shot number 13. Donald Katalihwa is introduced. Passing to find Donald Katalihwa, who finds Bosco Okirol, and he's fouled. Bosco Okirol will go to the free throw line, take his 2 free throws. Remains 16-8. Uganda lead Kenya here in the East African Interparliamentary Games 15th edition. There's every reason for the Ugandan fans to support their team. Bosco Kirol misses again. That's the third free throw of the game. Not scored any of them yet. This is the fourth as well, and good rebound by Caleb Mule of Kenya. Pass to Alan Chesang of Kenya. The way out finds David Wakoli, attempts a 3 and he sinks it. Kenya now on 11 points. It's now a 5-point game. And he really lifts the spirits of the Kenyan fans. Ayeko to Bosco, that looks like a foul, but the referee makes no call. Bosco Kirol shoots a jumper. 18-11. Uganda's lead to 7 points. Now it's David Wakoli for Kenya. Trying to direct traffic, directing Caleb Mule to get into the paint. Alan Chesang, can he shoot a three here? Shoots it, but then doesn't fall, and Ayeko picks the rebound for Team Uganda. Ayeko again, not the best of passes, but is able to retrieve the ball. And then an attempt there for Bosco Kiro. Buries the bucket, picks up the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Hasn't been as efficient from the free throw line though. I guess that's the reason why after he sank the layup, even after the whistle had been blown to suggest that he had been fouled, which warrants him a free throw to make it a three-point play, he had decided to walk away. It's because not done well on the free throw line so far. Maybe now, let's see, he misses, but there's a chance for the rebound. He shoots again, but then the ball bounces off the iron, and then he has another rebound. Makes it 22-11 for Uganda. Bosco Okiro, clearly the man of the moment. Bosco Okiro, he scored a game-high 6 points so far. Bosco Okiro shot number 15 for Team Uganda. We have 3 minutes and 13 seconds to play in the second quarter. And Uganda's legislators doing pretty well as the timeout is called. Kenya had reduced the deficit to 5 points at some stage. Now it is 11 points, the difference. Every reason for the Ugandan basketball fans here, the legislators, to celebrate. To actually be in a happy mood. Was a good execution there from Kenyan power forward Caleb Mule, shot number 14. And then Bosco Kirol, unchallenged, directs a jump shot that just drops into the bucket. He must have been a top basketballer, I must point out, in his school days, because he really has the skill. Look at how he operates in the paint, how he positions himself to pick the rebound. Clearly, the game awareness, the instincts are there, as you can see what he has been doing in the second quarter. He laid the first assist for the first bucket that was it, to Honorable Ekobe. Interesting thing is that almost every Ugandan player that has been brought on court, the contribution has been pretty significant. So Honorable Mwine Mpaka as well as Honorable Bosco Okirola both got 6 points, but now another one that has been scored by Honorable Ekobe for Team Uganda. Honorable Ekobe Emmanuel has also got himself amongst the high scorers with 4 points. Now Mwine Mpaka is back on court. He had been given a breather. Just look at that ping pong there, as neither team could get a hold of the ball. He played off Honorable Donald Katalihwa, shot number 13. There he is. He directs a jump shot, bounces off the iron, and he fouls as he was trying so desperately to get to the ball. 2 minutes and a half to play in the second quarter. It's now Kenya's ball. David Wakoli had a sunk a three-point shot while ago. Another foul by Honorable Katalihwa, very desperate to get the ball. The second foul in quick succession, Honorable Donald Katalihwa. Another shot from downtown by Wakoli. Good pass there coming in from Ekobe. And now it is a shot coming in from downtown by Honorable Mwine Mpaka. He retrieves the ball. Good steal from the Ugandan legislator. Very enthusiastic. He drives in. He loses the ball. He loses what clearly looked like a good opportunity. I think there was a bit of a rush of blood to his head there. Otherwise, you feel like he should have passed the ball a little early. 1 minute, 19 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Now it's Duncan Mungatana from Kenya, brother of Team Kenya. David Wakoli trying to read the situation, trying to assess the movement, but then his teammate Alan Chesang steps on the red line, so it's a turnover. Ball back to Team Uganda. Ekobe loses the ball to Mungatana. Alan Chesang now of Kenya. Loses the ball to Mungatana. Alan Chesang. And Wakoli shoots a three. That's his second three of the game. He must have been a real master at this during his more youthful days. Kenya now trail by 10, it's 24-14 with about 14 seconds to play, but Uganda lose the ball. That's a good pass to Mule. And he misses it, but they've got a rebound. Alan Chesang, he misses. And now Mule again, he misses. Good defending by Team Uganda as time runs out. And Donald Katalihwa. What a defensive display by Honorable Donald Katalihwa to deny the Kenyans to mark the end of the second quarter. As the two teams go into the break, Uganda leading by 10 points, 24-14. It's been a really exciting game of basketball. And we'll be back after about 15 minutes of the break for this second half. Just keep it here as we enjoy the East Africa Interparliamentary Games, the 15th edition. As you can see there, it doesn't seem like the Kenyan officials are happy about the officiating, but I guess it's always bound to happen when you are not winning. We'll take a break and we'll be back shortly. East Africa Interparliamentary encounter between Kenya and Uganda. Kenya in white, Uganda in the black and light shade. Looks like a bit of grey, but at half time, Uganda led 24-14. Been so dominant, particularly that man on the ball started very well. And now Julius Tumusime. Formerly a student at Valley High School in Bushenyi, but also one time wanted to be a priest at Katavi Seminary. Yeah, he is donning shirt 4 is now a legislator and not a reverend father. Kenya on the onslaught again, but then they miss opportunity. It's ball to Uganda. Now 26-14, 12-point game, Uganda lead. David Wakoli loses the ball to Honorable Mwine Mpaka, who makes a quick pass to Musime with a layup, another bucket to Team Uganda. 14-point game, 28-14, with 8 minutes and 12 seconds to play in the third quarter. Kenya have largely been on the back foot in this game. Uganda has really looked lively. And now it is Caleb Mule of Kenya with that shot from downtown, but then it was an air ball. Of course, his teammate Yego Brighton tried to keep the ball on court. It was unsuccessful. It's now Andrew Olanya, son of former Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Olanya. The lead. Now Andrew shoots, but then lacking in precision. Kenya will come again. Now Duncan Mungatana with a very good layup there for Kenya. The first bucket in the third quarter makes it 16 points to Kenya. Andrew Olanya. The pass into Mwine Mpaka. Andrew Olanya again to Bosco Kiro to Musime, who finds Ekobe. They just couldn't get the ball to drop to Musime. Now Bosco Kirol. Mwine Mpaka shoots the three. That was an awkward way of shooting the ball. I must point out though, but the end justifies the means at the end of it all. Makes it 31 points to Team Uganda. Now Alan Chesang shoots. Good layup. That was a good jumper. It's now 18 to Kenya, 31 to Uganda. Andrew Olanya shoots for Uganda and extends their lead to 33-18. They are really playing like it is the final. Kenyans really look humbled here. If you look at that section, it's all full of Kenyan fans and legislators who've come in to support their teammates. And then they are really quiet. It seems like they're already resigned. Minutes to play and about 40 and a half. Caleb Mule shoots but then can't get the shot to drop. Good rebound by Bosco Okiro for Team Uganda. Mwine Mpaka, but the ball is snatched away by Alan Chesang, but then it plays off his body, goes straight out into touch, and it's going to be ball to Team Uganda. Oh, well, surprise, surprise, it's now off decision of the referees. That is for Kenya. I wonder whether there was a foul by Andrew Olanya. Mungatana fouled by Ekobe Emmanuel. It's got to be 2 free throws to the Kenyan legislator. Mungatana, shot number 5. Mungatana just didn't seem to know where to stand. He had actually moved forward. Mungatana shoots, but then he misses his first attempt. Well, the second one drops, gets Kenya to 19 points. Uganda will come again now through a copy. Good pass in to Ayeko. Ayeko drives in. Didn't keep the ball, but then somehow it rolls to the direction of Winem Parker. Andrew Lanya loses the ball. Seems to have been caught in 2 minds. David Wakoli for Kenya tries to dish the ball there to find his teammate Brighton Yego. The ball is played out into touch, and then Mungatana Duncan steps on the line, and the Kenyan coach really looking despondent here. Doing a little more coaching here. Andrew Lanya not the best of passes to try and find Ekobe. Brighton, Diego, Mungatana, Caleb with the layup, but then he misses. Brighton now. Alan Chesang, Mungatana, and seemed like he was fouled by Winem Parker there. Mungatana will go to the free throw line. 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Well, there have been fans mocking him that he can't shoot, but he is shooting. It's 20 points to Kenya, courtesy of Duncan Mungatana, the legislator. Misses the second one. And it is Team Uganda's ball, as was picked up there by Honorable Patrick Ayeko. Patrick, good pass into Ekobe, who is fouled. Ekobe was fouled there, so he'll go to the free throw line. Ekobe has scored 4 points in this game, scored the first bucket of the game. Rather more significantly, to get Uganda off to a good start. He's now at the free throw line, Emmanuel Okobe. He says the first free throw. Ball bounces in and out. Well, 6 the second one, makes it 34 to Uganda. Okobe Emmanuel. And to be honest, these guys look like they've been training for some time. The display that they've showcased this evening doesn't look like one of players that are just meeting who have just made for a short time. Alan Chesang, good execution by the Kenyan legislator. Makes it 22 points to Kenya. Good pass there to Okobe. Andrew Olanya shoots again. Okobe tries to pick the rebound, but the ball is taken away by Caleb Mule. Caleb Mule with the floater, bounces off, well rebounded by Okobe Emmanuel of Team Uganda. Finds Mwine Mpaka. Good pass into Okobe, and looked like he had been fouled there, but the referee judges it to have been a fair defensive application there by the Kenyans. With 2.5 minutes to play. Now Mutangana misses, and Patrick Ayeku picks it up to find Okobe. Okobe with a layup, misses, but he got a second bite to the cherry, misses again. As he's fouled on his third attempt, and he'll go to the free throw line. Okobe Emmanuel, some real persistence from the legislator. He's fouled by shot number 8, Brighton Yego. You can see there. Kobe misses the first free throw. I'm sure at the back of his mind he's wondering, or rather ruining the fact that he couldn't stick the first layup. But then Ayeku attempts on the rebound. Calls for a foul on him, but then the referee just says play should go. Mwine Mpaka to Okobe. This time it drops. Good pass from Mwine Mpaka. Uganda leading 36-22. 1 minute, 45 seconds. Now Mutangana for Kenya. Kenya playing catch up. Alan Chesang finds Brighton Yego, finds Mutangana. Mutangana shoots, but couldn't get the target. Ball goes straight out into touch. Mpaka finds Ayeku. Patrick with a jumper. 38 to Team Uganda, 22 Kenya. Kenyans not moving as swiftly as they did earlier on. I don't know whether they're already jaded here. Kenyans are not keeping up with the pace of the Ugandans. Let's see what Alan Chesang can do. Shoots, but then the ball doesn't drop. Picking the rebound is Bosco Okirol for Team Uganda with a good pass in to find Mwine Mpaka, but then Kataliwa fouls. The Ugandan legislator fouls Caleb Mule, who signals to the referee that he received a slap there. Uh, 26 seconds to the end of the quarter. Mutangana with the floater, but well rebounded by Bosco Kirol. Still have a couple of seconds for Mwine Mpaka and company to get a bucket before the end of the quarter. Well defended by Brighton Yego of Team Kenya. But then time runs out, marking the end of the third quarter. With Uganda leading 38-22. 10 more minutes to play. 10 more minutes to determine the winner of this game. And most definitely the winner of the men's basketball championship in the East African Interparliamentary Games in 14th edition. Opportunity for the two teams to rehydrate, get a word from their coaches. Some of the highlights in the third quarter. Difficult to miss that pass from William Parker to Honorable Julius Tomusime, former student at Katabi Seminary, wanted to be a priest. Now he's a legislator. Of course, William Parker with the three, the only three scored by any of the Ugandan legislators in the game. That jump shot from Andrew Olanya. Uganda maintained their dominance in the game, leading by 16 points going to the third quarter break. Players should be returning to the court shortly for the fourth and final quarter. It's been an interesting game of basketball. Fourth quarter is about to get underway here. More changes are made by Team Uganda. But Kenya on the onslaught and the foul on Honorable Wakoli, shot 10 of Kenya. Shot number 7 has been introduced by Team Uganda. Honorable Wakoli buries the first free throw. That's Gafabusa Richard, shot number 7. Wakoli misses the second one, but then he's got a chance for the rebound. It's just an air ball. Picked up there by Honorable Okirol Patrick. Brother Bosco. It's now Patrick Ayeku. Team Uganda. Finds Okirol. Bosco shoots, but then the jumper just slides off the iron. And then Andrew finds Gafa Busa. Finds Okirol. Bosco misses the layup. Very good pass from Gafa Busa Richard. Now it is Eli Letipila for Kenya. Finds Alan Chesang, with whom they played for the Kenyan football team of Parliamentarians yesterday, and they get the first bucket of the fourth quarter, getting Kenya's tally to 25. It's a 13-point game, not the biggest of leads. A foul committed by Gafabusa Richard. So Uganda can ill afford to be cocky. Now Yego for Kenya. Alan Chesang thinks about it and he shoots and he sinks it. makes it 28-38. He had no pressure on him. Now a 10-point game. Wine Mpaka is fouled by shot number 8, Brighton Yego. Going to be a side ball for Team Uganda. As a timeout has been called by Team Uganda. The coach there, Kasinde and Innocent Ochera, feel that there's need to talk to their players because they've given away the big lead that they had at the end of the third quarter, which was 38-23. The 15-point lead. Now it is just a 10-point. I guess for Coach Kasinde and Innocent Ochera, they are not about to lose their jobs because of the clumsiness of the players. That's why they need to remind them of their jobs on the court. 38-28. Kenya slowly getting back into it. Seems like the Ugandans have become a little bit clumsy, and clearly there have been changes made as Honorable Gaffa Musa Richard has been withdrawn, as Tumusime has returned instead. Foul by Wakoli on Bosco Kirol. So the coach has now decided to revert to his best 5 until he's pretty sure that the game has been won. Probably will not take chances on rotating the players. Now Andrew Olanya passing to Okirol, and he's fouled. Tries to lay up, so it's going to be free throw after the foul committed by Mule Caleb, Team Kenya. So Honorable Okirol Bosco will be going to the free throw line. It hasn't been his best and most efficient way of getting buckets in this game. Missed quite a number of free throws already in the first half. Oh, he buries this one. He had missed 6 earlier on, and he converts the 7th and 8th, and he extends his tally to 10 points, and it is a game high 10 points from Honorable Bosco Okirol. He had intercepts that pass that was intended for Eli Letipila of Team Kenya. Shot number 1. And Caleb misses. Good defending there by Team Uganda, but Caleb, that's a backcourt play by the Kenyans as Caleb tried to retrieve that ball. So it's ball to Team Uganda. Wine Mpaka drives in. Ball is picked up by Eli Letipila for Kenya. And off he goes, dishes to find Wakoli. Wakoli finds Eli again. Eli directs a shot, but then couldn't get it, and good defending there by Team Uganda. And that was a bit of showboating from the Ugandans, and I feel particularly from Wine Mpaka should have laid up. That's a foul by Bosco Okirol. Been a bit of showboating there by the Ugandan team. Should never have wasted that opportunity. as Derek Oroni is brought back on the court. Shot number 12. For Team Uganda. And Eli Letipila. Good play there by Caleb Mole of Kenya as he played the ball off Derek Oroni to ensure that it remained a Kenyan ball. 6.5 minutes to play in the fourth and final quarter. Eli now with a jumper, but then didn't direct it well and just goes straight into touch. It's a 12-point game. Eli Oroni is withdrawn. Coach is becoming a little conservative with his rotation. He wants to make sure that the game is won. Okobe is back and he bangs in the bucket. And that's the reason why Derek Oroni was withdrawn. They bring back a more efficient scorer in Honorable Okobe Emmanuel. It's now 42 for Uganda. For some reason, when he's been off the court together with Bosco Okiro, Uganda has struggled to score. Well, the ball has got stuck up there, so it will probably be picked up after the game. Somebody tall enough is needed, and if you know somebody who is tall enough, just tell them that there's a job to do here. Another pass to Okobe, but he misses the layup. But Bosco Okiro with the reverse layup can't finish it off. Good defending by the Kenyans. Eli Letipila finds Alan Chesang. Now Brighton Yego didn't seem to have concentrated well enough there. Almost lost the ball. Now Caleb Alan Chesang with a three, but then it bounces off the iron and Andrew Olanya picks the rebound. Winem Parker shoots, finds Okobe with the rebound, lays it up, makes it 44 for Uganda, 28 Kenya. Five minutes to play in the fourth and final quarter. Caleb battles with Okobe Emmanuel, but Okobe wins that battle. That's not a fine pass from Honorable Mwine Mpaka though. And Eli loses his footing. Julius finds Honorable Mwine Mpaka, lays up, but he's fouled and he'll go to the free throw line. That was a real foul, blatant foul by the Kenyan opponent. Look at that. Yego. I wonder whether that would not be adjudged as unsporting, because he didn't go for the ball, he just went for the man. Yego Brighton. Very desperate play from Honorable Yego. Honorable Yego is picked up his fifth and final foul, and he's been sent to the bench. He can't play any further. Five fouls by Honorable Yego Brighton, and he will sit out the rest of the 4 minutes. Can't play anymore. There's a bit of patching up of the court. There was a position that looked a bit dangerous for the players, but play will resume. Honorable Mwine Mpaka sinks the free throw. 1 of 2, makes it 45 to Team Uganda. Another steal there by Honorable Julius Tumusime. Attempts the layup, but then he misses. The scoop layup, and the ball is picked up well by Alan Chesang of Kenya. Alan Chesang then over dribbles, loses the ball as it bounces off his boot. Rather his sneaker there. Now Uganda will attack. The attempt by Bosco Kirol was also not accurate enough. The ball goes straight out. Kenya preparing to make wholesale changes here. I guess the realization by the coach that this game is lost, so he wants to give every player an opportunity to play a bit of this game. The Ugandan fans, they remain chanting in full voice, drumming, singing, dancing. They support their team. Ugandan legislators. Kenya make 3 changes there. Shot 11, shot 6, shot 4 I introduced. Shot 4 for Kenya is Jackson Mandogo. Shot 11 is Matthias Roby, and shot 6 is Patrick Osero. That's Patrick Osero. I'm sure it will feel good for him if he can get at least a bucket. He finds Eli Tipila, but then his jump shot is an air ball. Another change is made by Uganda as well, as shot number 3 is introduced by Team Uganda. Okobe shoots for Uganda. Shot 3 for Uganda is Joseph Komol. He's also made a grand entry, at least to get a feel of the basketball. Luster is right there. The last few minutes of it. Osero, Eli Lepitila lays up but then can't finish. Ball finds Robbie, but Robbie steps out. Also, Honorable Gafabusa has returned. Shot number 7, there he is. Emmanuel Okobe just couldn't dribble past Eli Lepitila, and right there in the picture is Honorable Muhammad Zareko, who played for Ugandan legislators yesterday in the football match, had 2 of his goals chalked off. On the basis of the replay, those goals should have stood. They were pretty fine, but the referee got it all wrong, and he was denied a chance of walking away with the brace. Now it is Osero, finds Eli Tipila, shoots. The ball goes straight out into touch. Andrew Olanya, and clearly Honorable Gafabusa has forgotten the basics of the game, that you've got to keep your eyes on the ball even when you're moving forward, because the pass could come to you any moment. 1 minute and 23 seconds left. 45-28 is the scoreline. 17-point game. Kenya shot number 15. Played in the early minutes of the game, and that is Honorable Duncan Minor. He returns now. Gafabusa finds Andrew Olanya, who shoots a 3. Makes it 48-28. 20-point game it is now. Clearly it's game over. No way the Kenyans can bounce back in the remaining seconds, even with that very good dribble and layup from Honorable Eli Letipila of Kenya. put up an outstanding performance for Team Kenya. If anything, he's been the best player that Kenya's had. But then the latest introduction for Team Uganda, shot number 5, loses the ball as Letipila scores yet another bucket for Kenya. Bogafu Abusa loses the ball, he waited for it. Letipila with another bucket takes his tally to 6 points for Team Kenya. It's 48-34. Bogafu Abusa, but then time runs out. And that marks the end of the game, where the latest to come on, Edson Rugumayo, had just 1 touch on the ball and no major competition. But it won't matter much. The bottom line is that his team has won, and they've won the basketball as well, because only Kenya and Uganda legislative assemblies showed up for the basketball in both the men and the women. Uganda women beat the Kenyan women, and now the men have also done the same, and hence the celebrations. 48-34 is final score, 14-point game, but I'm sure it could have been a lot more. We hope that you've enjoyed this game. We'll leave you the pictures as the fans celebrate Uganda's victory this evening here at the Lugogo Indoor Stadium, led by Honorable Helen Nachimuli, right there in the brown khaki pants, as others also join her. She played for the women's basketball team and was on the winning side then. We hope you've enjoyed the game. We wish you a good night.